have, like, let's say this is acceptable. But we could do it with less, probably. Like just 1, 2, 3 less, maybe. And I think that rigging is a sort of art, because it's like you could do this with a lot of points in your mesh, but hi Fabiano. I was explaining how the less points you use, the more elegant your rig can become. If it can do the same things you would achieve with having more vertices and bones and stuff. But if you do with more with less, then it's best. So let's create a new path, and the path is going to be a child. I want to create a new bone here. I want it to be a child of this, yeah, here. So first I'll create a bone, like here, and then I'll move it. I want its rotation to be 0, because I want it very straight. Then I'll match it here, and then I'll call this arm front control, because I use this to move around stuff, and I'll place the path underneath this one. Nice. Then I'll create here new path, and I'll call this path arm front. And so what I read the chat now. Did the fly look like this? Not opening that, might be scary. If it's a spider, I'll never forgive you, so I'll open it later. Then you mistook for someone else. Is there a recommended limit on vertices performance-wise? Yeah, oh, I already called something like this. Yeah, front path. Ha! Cheating the system. Now we can create our path. So, this is elegant. 1 point here, 1 point to the end of this. And now we have these 2 handles. And yeah, stop editing the path. I'll just take the handle here to the end of the bone. Look how lazy this is. And then the other one, same. Okay. And now we're going to create a path constraint. So we select the 2 bones here. Whoa! And select new path constraint, and we select the path, and path constraint, because yes. And let's set this to chain scale. Yeah, can be. And now we're going to go to the weights and bind. First we need to bind. Am I doing this right? I guess yes. So we're going to bind this to the bones. We need more bones, because this part was easy and done. But do we need so many bones? Because we actually don't. You know, there are 2 ways of doing this. Like, there's a way where we create a chain of bones, and then we have a lot of bones, and then you can do squishy squishy things. But there's also another way, which is just weighting the mesh so that it bends. Yeah, And this is like what I wanted to do at first. Let's see both, if it's okay with you. There's a fly on my pen. No, it should be on the ground, because this is bad jokes. Can create one bone and you split in the bone properties. Yeah, but it's not that. It's like, because you can do this. I'll show you in a minute. Of course. So let's do these instead. Because if we go in animate mode and we pose this like this, and we see that this is not following, of course. And there's this thing that one can do without using paths at all, because I went back. So, and I bind this to this bone and this bone, and then I go to animate mode, and you see it's already bending, and this is one style of doing this. Then Spine automatically does some of this for us, which you can like or not like. And if we reorder here, see, now this part is in front. Do it again, this part is in front. This one is better to have in front. But we also can achieve more or less, like if we paint here, like this, then maybe we'll just check. Wow, it's horrible. So if we have like the further away it goes, it should do something like, I did too many vertices in this case, but basically what I'm saying is that you don't necessarily need a path to do this. But in this case, if we want them to be able to be controlled like a real curve, we're going to do this with the scale I was mentioning before, yes, which is best. So I'll make a copy of this. Nah, we don't want the keys to be copied as well. Also, I just wanted the bone, so I'll delete all the stuff that it had inside. Bye-bye. And then I'll make it as long as this other bone here. And then I'll split it, and let's see. 1, 2, 3, maybe 6 in 6 parts. Old and grumpy, you are a cat. I'm actually 3 cats in top of each other in a coat. Yeah. I hear Italian mopeds in the background. It's possible. I'm not paying attention because I'm talking, but I'm sure there are. So I'll split this one in 6 bones, which is a lot. I don't like it very much, but it's fair, I guess. So, and we're going to make a path constraint using this. So I select the path that is here, arm from path, it remembers. And this is going to be called chain scale. And we need to, so the path is connected to the 2 big bones, or at least it should. Let me check. So now it's not following. We have to remove these 2 bones that we made before, which were just for demonstration purposes. And since these 2 are connected to, or bind the 6 ones, so we select 1, 2, wait, bind. Moment. First we select this image, and we have to bind to this image the 6 bones. So I select from here to here, and I select bind, and now they're all with the image. Now since we want these 6 bones to follow the 2 big bones, we're going to bind the path. So we have to select the path, which is here, and press bind, because you can bind it as if it was an attachment or a mesh. And we select the 2 big bones, so this and this. And now it's not turning, but why? Because we need to wait the path. It's probably, yeah, it's probably all following this. Instead we make